So the first thing we need to do before we start doing any physical activity is make sure that number one, we're dressed correctly, and number two, it is safe for us to do so. So firstly, you'll notice that I'm wearing a martial arts uniform, we call it a gi, and you won't have yours just yet, but it will be waiting for you at your class. So for today, and for the rest of our online videos, I would like you to wear something comfortable, maybe like a t-shirt, shorts, or jogging bottoms, something like that, and we always train barefoot. So if you're not ready, pause this video, go and get yourself changed and come on back. If you are absolutely prepared, the next thing we need to know is that there's enough room around us that we can safely do some movement. We're not going to be talking about running around the room, it's just enough room so we're not going to accidentally bash into anything. So if you've got both those things set, let's take you through your first set of movements. Now the first thing you'll probably notice when you come to class is you'll walk through the door and there'll be other students there in their uniforms with their belts, and you'll notice something that they do. When they walk in and out of the training hall, they do something called a bow. Now in martial arts we do bow a lot because it's a great way of showing respect, whether it's to respect to our instructor or respect to the people that we're going to be working with as partners. We bow. So I'm going to take you through a bow now, and then we'll have a practice and I'll show you how it looks in a class when the students are walking in and out. So mums and dads, this is your cue to jump up and we're going to do this together. So you need to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, hands nice and loosely down by your sides. Now we're going to bring our feet together, our left foot into our right, so like this. So for you guys copying along at home, it's going to be left foot into right, like this, and then bow. So we do this whenever we walk in and out of the training hall. So if I was coming to class, I'd stop here, bow forwards, and then I could walk in. The exact same thing when I leave my class. Have a go with me now, feet together, and bow. Great job. So, the next thing we need to think about, when we walk through the class, our instructor should meet us. They should introduce themselves and welcome you for your first class. Depending on how long ago you enrolled online, will depend if your uniform is there waiting for you. So if it's there waiting, you can stick it on and the instructor will show you how to tie your belt. If it's not there, you can just train in what you're wearing for today, and the instructor should lead you over to your marker. You'll notice all the children will be sat on their markers, starting quietly, waiting for class to start, and they'll be sat in a very specific way. And I'm going to take you through it now. We call this sitting like a black belt. So we sit with our legs folded, in nice and tight, and then our hands on our knees. So copy along, have a go with me. Feet tucked in, nice and tight, hands on knees, backs nice and straight. Perfect. So this is how we sit on our marker. Now the markers are there for our safety, so when we're training we make sure we stay on those markers. Fantastic. So now we've come in, we've bowed, we've been introduced by the instructor. We're going to start our class. So we always start and end class with a bow before we start doing our exercises, warming ourselves up, that sort of thing, before we start training. So this time the instructor will call out some positions. So we're going to go through them now, and it'll be a great time for you to practice them, so when you come to your first lesson, you already have them ingrained in you. So the first position is what we call resting position. So it's hands behind our backs like this. So if you're not sat on the floor and you're stood up waiting for class, this is how you'll see students stood down. If I do it from behind, you can see here. That's how our students will be waiting for class to begin. The instructor, he or she, will call out ready position. When you do ready position, you're going to bring your hands up, down into fist, boom, I'm pulling down in front of you here. So again, feet stay in the shoulder width apart. You're making fists with those thumbs with the outside of those fingers down in front. Now, there is a call at this point, so we say something back to the instructor. Now, this will depend on whether your instructor is male or female. If it's a male instructor, it will be sir. If it's a female instructor, miss. Okay, so we'll practice it together. As I'm your instructor today, you'll call out the word sir. So go into resting position. When I shout out ready position, you're going to go sir. So we'll do it together. You ready? Resting position. Ready position, sir. Perfect. The next thing we need to do is our bow. So when I say the word attention now, we're going to do exactly the same thing we did at the door earlier. We're going to bring our feet together, hands by our side, and then we're going to bow forwards when I say bow. So those three calls again. We'll go back to our resting position. When I say ready position, we're going to go sir. When I say attention, feet together, hands by your side, sir. And then when I say bow, you're going to bow forward. And notice how I'm looking straight forward and not down to the ground. And again, you're going to shout the word sir. We then come back to our rest. So let's try that together, mums and dads. So you're on your feet, ready positions, sir. Attention, sir. Bow, sir. And then back to your resting position. Perfect job, well done.